But when President Trump calls Washington, D.C. the swamp, he truly means it. It is swampy, it's disgusting, and it's corrupt. And I want to, well, we just had a little something dropped in my office here, and we want to change that. What do I think of Jeff DeWitt's resignation letter? Well, it came very late. I didn't see an apology to the people of Arizona. He tried to act like the behavior you heard on that audio is normal communication amongst friends. It's disgusting. And I think he did a horrible job, and he should have just apologized, resigned, and apologized and said he's going to work to do better.
What can we do to keep this sort of thing out of politics?
What can we do to keep, I don't know if you can hear Colton, what can we do to keep this sort of thing out of politics? We can start to elect America First candidates. I really believe that the America First movement is about rooting out corruption. It's about rooting out corruption. And we see that with President Trump. But here's the deal. The America First candidates are the ones who are strong enough to withstand all of the hatred. You know, he mentioned that cat lady who writes for the Arizona Republic. I'm willing to take 7 hit pieces from her every week. I'm willing to take hundreds of hit pieces, even though I've lived a great life and I've been kind to everybody and I treat everybody with fairness and dignity. I'm willing to take those because you know what happens on your deathbed someday? It doesn't matter what they wrote about you. You're going to have your loved ones looking into your eyes. And I hope to God that we're not living in a communist America at that time. But if we are, they're going to look into your eyes and they're going to say, what did you do to try to save America? Did you do anything to prevent this? Well, I'm hoping that my kids look into my eyes and say, Mom, thank you so much for doing everything you could to save America, to protect our God-given rights and our freedoms. And I don't want to have that other option, which is that we've lost America. So we've got 10 months to get together, work hard, and save America. And I want to reach out to people who maybe aren't somebody who voted Republicans. Maybe you voted Democrat or Independent before, and you're thinking, wow, I don't like the direction this is going. Maybe you heard that audio recording and said, that's disgusting. I don't like that at all. I want you to just look deep in your heart and say, is your life better than it was 4 years ago? Is your children's future more secure than it was 4 years ago? And get behind this great America First movement. We have an opportunity to turn this whole nightmare around. We know that the Democrats are no longer Democrats. They are radicals, and their policies are destructive. They're dead-end policies, and in some ways they're deadly policies, especially when you look at what's happening on the border. And we have a chance to turn this around with great common sense policies, and that's what I want to make sure we get into place here in Arizona.
I've got a good one, Kari. This says, my name is Amy. I live in Vermont. I'm sorry this happened to you. I just donated $20, and my church group would like to pray for you. What are your prayer requests?
Oh my gosh, Amy from Vermont. I get that question asked a lot. Would you believe that? So many people say, I have a prayer group. We are going to do prayers for you, and I feel those prayers. I know President Trump feels them as well. I know many people are praying for him. Pray for our movement. Pray for our country. And pray that we have to, and I know this is hard because sometimes I don't want to pray for the people I don't like. We have to start praying for the people who are opposing bringing our country back. We have to pray for, I don't even want to call them enemies because I don't think I have any enemies, but we have to pray for the people who are pushing back against saving our country, the people who we look at with maybe disdain, and pray that they find God. Because this is really a good versus evil battle that we're in. It's truly a good versus evil. And I know that we're weary and tired. I'm exhausted. We've been up since God knows when. We just flew back on a very long 5.5-hour flight. We're all tired. We're going to get up tomorrow and do it again. And just pray every day that God uses you and gives the skills that He gave you, that you can use those to help save our country. I would love it if you pray for my family and our safety. That would mean a lot to me. Pray for our country and that we are successful in saving this great, great republic.
This is someone from Arizona. They live in Mesa. And now that he's gone, I'm concerned about the future of the Republican Party. What do we do next?
Well, that's going to be, I'll be honest, the corruption I saw in this individual, I don't think there's anybody who would be worse, to be honest. You know, you could get a church mouse who might be a more ethical creature.